So you decided you want to get into tech, and now you're scared that you're gonna get replaced by AI. Let me tell you, I kind of, for a little bit of time, I had that fear too. But let me tell you why. If you're in this very particular category of people, that's probably not gonna happen to you. So let's say you like programming, you like solving problems, you like dealing with all that headache and to what some people might be nonsense as far as when they look at the screen and you see all the words, all the coding, all that. Well, that's good. Those are problems that are definitely difficult to solve, right? Now, me, a little bit about me. I'm Secretary Pineda. I work as a software engineer, and I currently focus on backend development for some applications in my company. And if there's something I really dislike about anything tech related, really is dealing with the front end stuff, right? UI, UX, user interfaces, front end development, anything that deals with with the appearance of the app, I just don't want to deal with it, because not that it definitely has its own set of difficulty, but I just don't know how to make things look good, look pretty, look aesthetic. So to me, it's just a headache. When I was in college taking my courses, anytime we had a group project, anytime there's any sort of, assignment tied to making the app look nice, making the app look pretty, making it feel, aesthetic and functional, I just delegated that to someone else. But if the problem was, trying to make it connect to the database, trying to integrate with something else, man, I was the guy for that. It was a pain in the ass, but I enjoyed that. I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed trying to figure out how to make that problem work. So you're trying to get into, full stack development, backend development, all that stuff. This is what we're going to do, right? We're going to work on a Spring Boot backend application, right? If you don't know what Spring Boot is, that's perfect. It's a backend framework. That's all you need to know for now. And at the end of this, you're going to have a pretty solid grasp on, backend development. And as you do this, something that's good about this, it's very good for, I think that looks really good on your resume. I think it shows that you're versatile and that you're working on, enterprise level projects. But what's difficult about it is it's kind of difficult to showcase. If you're building API endpoints, that's kind of hard to show to someone. It's kind of hard to show to a recruiter. It's kind of hard to brag about to your friends. So you need a front end, right? You need some front end development, some UI development. If you're like me, and you don't want to deal with that headache, well, we're just going to delegate that to AI. So the front end for our Spring Boot app, we're just either going to use Webflow or Adobe or Figma. Still haven't decided, but we're going to use the one that has the most versatile, the highest amount of different free templates that we can find, and we're just going to tie that front end to our back end. And the focus of our Spring Boot backend is we're going to do it in Kotlin. So if you're not familiar with Kotlin, you're going to learn that. We're going to use Mockito for instantiating unit tests, and that's the other part too, right? Unit tests. So if you don't know what Mockito is, you don't know anything about unit tests, this is going to be perfect for you. We're going to do some integration testing. Again, if you don't know, if you've never heard that, if you've never done it, it's going to be perfect for you. We're going to use a Postgres database. If you haven't dealt with Postgres, not that we can't use MySQL, but everybody has that on the resume. We want you to stand out a little bit more from that. And then we're going to focus on how to deploy that, right? Because we can build out this, we can do it locally, but you don't want to tell your recruiter that. You don't want to talk about that in your interviews. We want to have some method that we use to deploy this, right, to production, because that's the important thing. We haven't decided on this, but we can get into the specs of that later. So if you want to learn about backend development, if you hate anything related to web designs, or if you're not artistic, like I know for sure I'm not, and you also don't want to be at risk of getting replaced by AI, this is going to be great for you. So I invite you to join my Discord, send me a message, all that stuff. We'll get started on this, and I look forward to helping you out with this in the next one.